Do you want to find your purpose and live a fulfilling life? Find your Ikigai, a Japanese concept of living with purpose and passion. Here is a step by step guide to finding your true calling in life. First of all, what is Ikigai? Ikigai is the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. When you bring all these four components together, it meets at a point. And if you're able to find that exact thing, then you found your Ikigai, the roadmap to your living of a purposeful and a fulfilling life. Most of us in this life hardly find our Ikigai. There are millions of people doing jobs, doing things that they are not fulfilled and they do not like it. The reason why many people are depressed and stressed is because they are doing things that they do not find passion for. They are doing things that they don't have a desire to even stand there for. So it is up to us to find what is it that you love, that thing that you just cannot stop doing. What is it that you are good at and you have to be an expert in? It's like it comes easier to you. Some people are good at public speaking. They like to speak all the time. And what is it that the world needs? Maybe the world needs more public speakers, people who can come out there and teach them how to also master their confidence and speak in public. And then what is it that you can be paid for? As a public speaker, you can get paid for what you do. This is the Ikigai. So let's go on to talk about how you can find your Ikigai with the simple steps. The first thing, we need to start with finding what you love. To do so, we need to ask ourselves these few questions. What activities make you lose track of time? There are some activities in your life that when you start to do, you do not pay attention to time. And you are willing to spend hours upon hours just to make sure that thing goes well or to have a wonderful time of your life. These are activities that you love. The second, what topics spark excitement and joy in your life? There are some topics that when you begin to talk about, your eyes are lit up. Your heart is filled with joy and you love to talk about it hours upon hours. Your friends have even told you, hey, Gamel or hey, Karama, you like to talk about this topic. These are the things that you love. So it is up to us to list our passion to find what we truly love. The second step is to identify what you're good at. This is where we're going to think about our strengths, our skills, the things that we find easier that other people find difficulty in. Just like in the SWOT analysis, where you find your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, this is where you're going to find your strength. Something that comes much easier to you. Not everyone is born with a good voice. Not everyone is born a natural artist. Not everyone is born a natural public speaker. But some people have some great strength. So it is up to you to find your strength. And we can do that by looking at these few questions. What do others often compliment you on? What is it that they tell you that, hey, guy, you're good at this? It's like you are naturally gifted at this particular thing. What is it that people compliment you about? The second, what tasks come naturally to you? There are some things that you find it's so natural, but to other people, they said, man, I cannot do this. Some people are naturally gifted at cooking. Some people are great when it comes to musical instruments. Some people are great when it comes to the hearing of music. And lastly, write down your talents and abilities, and this will lead you to what you are naturally good at. The third step is to explore what the world needs. This is where you're going to find the market fit in business. This is where you're going to find what is the problems that the world is facing. So you need to consider the big picture. Now you need to take yourself out of the place and now look and observe your general community, the world around you. What problems are you passionate about solving? First of all, you should have a passion for the particular problem that you want to solve. The second is, what changes do you want to see in the world? This is so personal. And lastly, reflect on how you can contribute to society. When it comes to finding what the world needs, I think it is as simple as observing the society, the community, and finally observing yourself. What are some of the problems that you have solved for yourself in your life? Let's say you learned the whole process of how to travel abroad because you traveled abroad recently. The visa process, the passport, and all these processes, you learned it. Don't you think that there are other people out there who also want to learn? I came to Turkey at the age of 20 and I learned the Turkish language in 6 months. And after doing so, I realized that the Turkish people also are trying to learn English, which is the vice versa of what I did. And they are struggling. And that is where my business idea came about. And right now I have over 200,000 plus followers and over 20,000 plus students. So finding what the world needs is as simple as sometimes solving the problem yourself. And then you are able to now pass this information and help other people who might need solution to this similar problem. People say that who am I to actually go out there and teach? Am I qualified to teach other people? Who am I? This is what I want you to think about. In life, there are stages and there are steps. You might be at the step C, and then there is somebody at step A. And of course, there is somebody at step Z, which is finally the total boss. He is an expert, but you are at C and someone is at A. He needs your help to bridge the gap from A to C. You can be a teacher to this particular person at A. So when you begin to personalize and to look at it this way, and you change your perspective about the fact of expertise and being able to pass out information, you will realize that you are more than qualified to start teaching or to pass your information and experiences to other people. And finally, let us consider what we can be paid for. What are the skills, the services, and the product that people need and they are willing to pay for? This is very important because we are going to research industries and roles that align with your abilities. And you're going to think about career paths like freelance opportunities and things that you can easily be paid for, and it's your talent and it's your passion and you are good at. So, as I said in my past example, I knew how to learn languages. That's why I was able to master the Turkish language in 6 months. Now I was looking through the market. The Turkish people are trying to learn English and they are paying huge amounts of money to learn English. And therefore, I found a need and a service that people are willing to pay for. You can simply do this by observing the market and asking yourself some questions about what the market needs. And finally, you are going to find the overlap. You're going to find the connection between your passion, your skills, what the world needs, and what you can earn an income. This is your Ikigai. As simple as that. This Japanese principle has transformed the lives of many people, and I totally believe that you should also go ahead to do the same because after doing this, you are able to really put yourself in a place to win in life, not just monetarily, but also in a wealthy life and a fulfilling and a very highly purposeful life. The happiest people in life are the ones who have been able to find their ikigai. They are being paid to do something that they love to do anyway. They would simply go ahead to do the same thing if they were not paid for it. Now we need to take action. It is time for us to test and reflect. Maybe you are too young, or maybe you have not been exposed enough to have and to find that passion. Most of us discover new hobbies later on in our lives. Sometimes because you do not even have money, you didn't know that actually you might be a lover of technology. My life changed when I was able to buy my own laptop at the age of like 24. It changed completely, and I became a social media person. So it is up to you to expose yourself and test and reflect. How are we going to do this? One is you need to try new hobbies because you do not know which one you are good at yet. Number two, volunteer or take short term projects. These are great ways of finding different desires and different passions and activities that you can finally discover that you might have loved. And finally, reflect on what resonates deeply with you. Once you've found such activities, you need to ask yourself which one resonates well with me. My simple advice is embrace growth and change. Your ikigai may evolve over time. With time, we change, we discover new things. Our desires actually goes from one side, it goes to the highest level and it peaks. And sometimes we need to find a different purpose or something that used to give us passion actually is not giving us passion again. Therefore, it's up to you to stay open to learning and exploring. Adapt as your passions, your circumstances, and the skills it changes because you never know what is going to happen tomorrow. And finally, live your ikigai daily. It is up to you to incorporate your ikigai into your life. That is, set meaningful goals, align your actions with your purpose, celebrate progresses no matter how small it is. I hope this video was helpful and you're ready to unlock your full potential and discover your ikigai. I'm wishing you all the best and remember, I'm rooting for you. My name is Gamila Next. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and you can leave a comment down below on where you find yourself in your life, and then I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.